crap. Sorry, I have my flashlight tacked up to this. Well, the co-band. When the lights went out. Let's see. This is all on the right arm. All right. Set that. Should have done smaller. I think that's a little better. No. 9 round. Only two stuff to do. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there, and then just right there. sit here and got another chair there. We're not so crowded like last night, so.
I know, it's crazy in here.
Oh my, I did 15 myself.
Wow.
Okay.
And it just, yeah, I'm feeling it today though.
Are you?
I know Lindsay did 15,
Yeah.
and between, I think Julie said he had at least 10, and I know Sasha had right about 10.
Oh.
So you guys are tipping it over 50 tattoos too.
Wow. Yeah. Now there's 4 of you that work here?
There was 4 of us here. Yeah. Sasha, she's kind of like a guest artist.
Okay.
At least, hopefully she'll start showing up more. She's pretty cool to work with. All right. I'm actually going to pull you a little bit closer because we are live streaming too.
Oh, okay.
And where at on your arm?
Right here.
Okay.
Wherever he kind of fits in there.
Sounds good. Yeah, we are on YouTube, so.
Okay. We're live streaming, Dave.
All right.
Don't say anything you want anyone else to know.
You're YouTube famous. No.
Yeah, that's fine. Have you been at this shop for a while?
Let's see, since last October.
Okay.
Oh, no. Well, a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've known Julie since his apprenticeship.
Oh, wow.
I was the last stop on his apprenticeship. I was
Okay.
the manager of that store. That's how
How
I
you got
know
it
him.
over here?
Yeah. I was working out of a buddy's shop after a garage. He had some office space that he had set aside that I could tattoo out of, but I was looking for something a little more with walk-ins and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
came over and visited him and didn't know he had an open chair. He's like, I have an open chair if you want it. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's a good guy, so that's rare in this industry. There's a lot of dirt bags in it.
Mm-hmm.
27 years myself in the industry. I've seen
Seen it
people
all,
come and
sure.
go. Yeah. Right above it, right?
Yeah. However you can find
Trying
it.
to keep it out of the ditch there, so because that ain't gonna feel good.
Yeah. Hey, suck it up. Beauty is pain, right?
Yeah, there you go. What do you think?
You got them there?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Setting up here while that is drying. And I just sweat today too.
Gotta keep busy.
Yeah. I came in early to clean up.
Oh, I can imagine. How late were you guys here till?
I got out of here about 10:30.
Okay. Were you here since you guys opened at 12?
Yeah. I was here at 10:30 yesterday though in the morning, getting ready because I know it's gonna be a
Yeah.
long day. Just wanted to be as prepared as I could, you know.
I mean, can you really ever be prepared to lose the power?
For that, you know, I hadn't. Well, yeah. I mean, nowadays, the only thing I didn't have was my. I do a lot of videography and stuff.
Okay.
I'm a producer too, so I have these rechargeable lights.
Okay.
They're here now on my bag. So.
Like, I'll never go
yesterday I was like, man, I'm not going to need any of this stuff. So I wanted to travel a little lighter.
No more.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave those lights here and I'll just order new ones. Just, it's smarter.
Yeah.
Especially with monsoons. I mean, it just, I've been doing this long enough to know when the monsoons hit.
Yeah, and you never know. I mean, mid-session, I guess you want to at least be able to make it look good enough to walk out and be like, okay, we'll come back for session number 2.
Especially here on Oracle and Grant.
Mm-hmm.
In the last year and a half, that's probably the fourth time we've had an outage
Really? Okay.
from like a car accident. And I think that's exactly what it was. Somebody hit something and
Knocked it out.
I drew that gnome.
Did you?
I didn't do the tombstone though. So
Oh, so I get it from the creator. Look at that.
I did everything themed for St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Friday the 13th, St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day.
Exactly.
The last one was
Valentine's Day was
yeah, kind of. I mean, I did Death Riding a Pony, unicorn.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
just,
yeah.
uh,
Broken heart stuff.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was all the broken heart crap. So
Yeah, I was on this one and then I was on the coffee cup with the flower in it. But I'm Irish and I said the flower trying to this one.
good to be Irish.
Yeah, it is. At times, right? It gets us in trouble.
At times, yeah, it has. Okay. Here we go. Not too bad, is it?
No. It's not my first one.
No. I just still sometimes
You never know.
you never know. Some people don't take pain very
No, I think the rib was the worst. And the first rib was worse, not the second. That was because I didn't know what to get in it. It was implant placement.
well.
So I didn't plan to get it there. It was going on my shoulder. And then I got a sunburn, so.
Oh,
We
yeah.
moved-
Well, right there, just
Yeah.
it wouldn't have mattered where you got tattooed. You could have
Yes.
got, sunburn. The skin is the largest organ of the body, so a sunburn is going to make you sensitive anywhere.
Yeah, it was pretty. That one hurt, and I just remember like, oh, I didn't know it hurt like that. And then I got another rib one, and that one didn't hurt. And like it hurt, but it didn't hurt.
Yeah, sunburn definitely had a
Probably.
big old play in it.
I don't think I ever thought of that.
I was still a junior artist, and I had a couple that came in. This had been 2003, 2004. They came to Tucson for their honeymoon in spring, and they were like from Minnesota.
Okay.
So they were extremely pasty white.
Yeah.
It's like their skin had never seen the sun of day. And they decide to go hiking, and they get their their shoulder sunburned and everything, and they come in and they wanted little tiny tattoos as memorials that they were in Tucson. Well, they figured they'd get them in the areas that weren't sunburned.
Well, yeah, it didn't make a difference.
Yeah, as soon as the needle hit her skin, she was done
Okay.
instantly.
And some people just can't deal with that.
Yeah, it just I'm sure that had some play in it.
Yeah.
I mean, her husband was still pretty mad. I mean, I'm sorry, my needles hit the skin. I can't replace those needles. You're paying me shot minimum.
Right. Exactly.
It's
That's
just-
not your fault.
I have to pay the owner. It just it's yeah. So within that, yeah, he tried to talk her into it a couple more times. I think it was like 2 more times. She just had 3 or 4 little dots.
Okay.
And
That's
she
a
was
memory.
okay with that. Yeah.
That's what I keep telling my daughter, because she'll be 18 next year. Now she'll talk to a person. I want a tattoo. I want a tattoo. And I'm like, just don't go big. You're not going big. Go small. Like, you don't know if you can handle it. And she can't handle pain. Like,
Well,
in a general statement, I'm like, and you don't want to go big, and then what if you can't finish it? You walk around the rest of your life with a half-finished tattoo. At least get something like that you can finish and have a complete tattoo, and then say, I did it, I tried, and I'm good. All set.
It's better to try and fail than to have never tried at all.
Exactly. But don't go. I mean, I've seen some people when they get these huge ones and then they just never It's never finished because they can't go back. My first one was a shamrock on the ankle. And it didn't hurt. I didn't really feel it, so I didn't stop. And I still don't think I've had one that I've been like, ooh, if they all felt like that, I don't think I'd have as many.
Tired of the spam calls, even to my own phone.
Yeah. I think they don't ever stop. My phone actually tells me, like, spam, like potential spam, and then it will just,
potential spam is
it
what I
will,
get.
it answers it on its own. And then if it doesn't, like, so if it answers and then it's like a computer or whatever, my phone will just automatically not send it through. Or if I answer it and it is spam, like, my phone will, like, screen it first. And then just hang up. Which is kind of nice.
You know, after voicemail, if you're not spam, leave a message and I will get back to you.
Right. If this voicemail's longer than 1 minute, I will be listening.
It just, it's ridiculous. I didn't solicit the call. Well, yes, I'm an artist. I do a bunch of other things. For the majority of calls that come in, I have to screen them
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not going to waste my time on spam calls.
Exactly. I love the ones that call and, like, you answer and then the phone rings and I'm like, please hold.
Yeah.
Someone will be with you momentarily. I'm like, you called me. Goodbye.
It's, yeah, when they have picked up, you know, the first thing I say, I did not solicit this. Remove my number.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Have a great day. They call back again. It's a different one. No, just kidding.
It always is. Or a different phone number. They started getting, I feel like, real good at getting numbers that are, like, close to your phone number. So they almost look familiar to you without being like, oh wait, do I know this number? It looks, I feel like I've seen that number before. No, it's just another spam call. Like, they're not all 800 numbers.
No.
Or like
area codes now.
Yeah, or they come up with like a name. I've gotten a lot that come up with people's names.
Yeah.
Like a first name, last name on the call already. And I think
they're
it's
getting
like
smarter than
and I'm like, oh, it's a person. Then I answer. Or I call the number back because it came up as like a person.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I don't know who you are. I never called you. And I'm like, dude, your phone number is on my phone.
This is your cousin Jimmy?
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, does someone else like use your phone? And it's just these computers are just generating these random numbers that actually belong.
Well, they get the random numbers listed off of things like Google. You can get your own phone number off of Google.
Right, exactly.
You know, and that's generally how they do it. It's, you know, they register, you know, some bogus email, get some things verified. Now they can't completely hide themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but most people ain't gonna take the time to track them or trace
Right,
them,
exactly.
let alone have the knowledge to do it.
Mm-hmm. Like this new generation now, they just like are almost like naturally born with it. Like in their blood. Everything is just computers and electronics.
We ain't going backwards unless we lose everything.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I feel like we need to. Just reset, back to paper.
Well, we did that right now. We'd probably lose about 75% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
Just
That is true.
so much is dependent upon computers and AI now. Just it's an Achilles heel.
Mm-hmm. They say you also get in trouble for using AI in class.
Yes.
Been working with AI for over 10 years, also programmed. So
Okay.
AI is smart to a limit
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, it is still a computer crunching zeros and ones.
Exactly. My son's 13 and he's gotten not necessarily caught, but it, you know, they're pretty sure he's using AI to answer questions and stuff. So I'm not ask him like how he did it or what the answer is, and then he doesn't know the answer, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. That's how you.
Yeah.
And then he's,
Question is, how does he have access to it during the test?
is it the computers?
The computers, yes.
It's the school computers, like it's so.
Oh, they just take. Yeah. See, for me, I'm sitting here thinking analog, right? Pencil and paper, pen and paper.
Everything's computers and like even when my kids first got computers through school, they were locked. Like these kids.
I was gonna say,
nothing.
there's still parameters and things you can set.
But so now though, like they've slowly unlocked because like there's so many things that these teachers use that it's like you block this one thing, it blocks all of it. So unless you're in a district that has a really amazing IT team that can go in and basically code, don't block this from this website, but block all of this from it. Allow them to do this, but don't allow them to do that. Like a lot of the teachers will use like YouTube videos for like like the teaching videos, not the stupid things that these kids are watching.
Yeah.
But then you have to have YouTube unblocked for these kids to be able to go and watch, that National Geographic clip or whatever. Well, that just opened up a whole other realm for them to be allowed to do things on the computers that they didn't have access to when this all first started. And look, my daughter, she's allowed to use her own computer. She doesn't have to use a school computer. So she uses her own. Well, she can do whatever she wants, which I can't stand. Because the second I block things on hers, it blocks school things that she can't do. And I'm not that smart. I figure out how to only block certain things. I'm like, no, this is blocked, and then I can't use this app, or I can't use that for photo, I can't do this. And I'm like, yeah, don't be stupid. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Don't be stupid. Try to learn something.
It pays off in the long run if you do learn something.
Mm-hmm. I'll try to tell her that.
You're cheating it, yeah, it's eventually gonna catch up. At some point, you're gonna need that knowledge, no matter how remote it is.
Exactly. It's so crazy. See the needle to the gum?
Mhm.
It's so crazy how it's changed. No
Yeah.
more dropping in the extra long needles. And
Yeah, the needles on the bars. Yeah, I can still make my own needles if I had to on needle
Yeah.
bars. I still have my jigs. I have all that.
mm-hmm.
It's like the second one out of that batch. Yep. Okay.
It's nice to watch them put the gun, like tattoo gun on it together. And watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is a lesser crime to call one's mother a whore than it is to call a sacred instrument of tattooing a gun.
Well, I don't even know what they are now. Like, I don't know.
They're machines.
Machines, okay. God, sounds like an ear piercer.
Yeah.
Can't call an ear piercing machine a gun anymore either. It's an instrument, yeah.
A tattoo gun is what they use in prison.
No, I thought that was a toothbrush.
On a professional level, we call it a machine.
A machine, okay. Now you don't have to watch the needle go in the machine, so now you can watch them set up said machine.
Yeah.
That's bad as saying PE and gym.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense now. Probably open that other one and didn't need to, but oh well. Just check the needle depth first. Well, when it sometimes you get these cartridges that buzz like that. They, I mean, since everything's mass manufactured now, they get flaws in it too, and that's generally what sounds like a flaw.
That's what the clippers sound like when they're not oiled.
Yeah.
They make that noise immediately after. So.
Let's see. And you just want that smooth sound. And what it does for me, it allows me to hear the needles hitting the skin. And lets me know that the needles are nice and clean. Because every now and then you can get a barb needle also, and it can turn the skin to hamburger really quick.
I don't want that, please.
No, that's generally scratchers do that. People who aren't trained properly, they don't know what to look for. I know because I used to be that person until I did my apprenticeship.
Okay.
It's near impossible to buy your equipment and learn on your own. Because there's so much going on. It's not like paper where you're drawing on paper where you can just erase things, or the ink's not going in. It's got to be the ink. No, it's I'm pretty sure it's the operator.
Yeah. Right. Probably.
And it's and that's the biggest thing, I see on like Reddit and all these other things, even Facebook. There's a place for no shaming artists. And I look on there just to see what people are doing, and a lot of people think that as an artist, I'm a gatekeeper and everything else. It's like, no, it's knowledge you can't give somebody.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You can tell them all day long, but until the needles are in the skin and somebody's correcting you, be like, hey, no, your angle's wrong, man. You're going against the grain of the skin. There's just
There's a lot more to it than just
buying the equipment and putting needles in the skin.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't really learn it until you do it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where an apprenticeship comes in, that
Mhm.
you learn to do it on paper first before you destroy somebody's skin.
Mhm.
And having the proper tutelage, the right people, because there's good apprenticeships and there's bad apprenticeships.
Mhm.
There's artists who have no idea how to apprentice somebody, and they will take their money to show them nothing.
Mhm.
I've seen that too. And then there's the tattoo schools. Yeah. Where they'll do a weekend seminar on it. I'm sorry. It just, I did an accelerated apprenticeship, and it took me 11 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like the weekend schools, I mean, like their apprenticeship is like clear and they're ready to go? Or is it just like extra classes?
Yeah, it's just like class. Hey, this is your setup. This is how you do it. Okay. And they. I'm not saying the seminars are completely worthless.
Mhm.
The certificates are.
Right.
I mean, it just you try to get into a shop with one of those certificates, you get laughed out the door.
Yeah.
It just at least any real shop.
Right. And I think if anything, it just shows that you tried furthering yourself.
Yeah,
but
what I want to see as an artist is I want to see how they're going to endure not getting a paycheck.
Because
Yeah, you a lot of people jump into this industry think, oh yeah. It's like, well, I go 2-3 weeks without making anything. Can you do that?
Yeah.
There's some mental fortitude there to do that.
I'm a hairdresser, so I
it's you don't get paid a paycheck. You get paid when you do your work. Yeah.
And sometimes people don't want to pay money to get their hair done, so they don't come and get the hair done. Not priorities, I guess. I don't know.
A tattooing center. It's one of those things where it's.
I know. I feel like I get that though, because they do that for hair stuff too. Go to like one hair show, they'll teach you how to do extensions, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're this pro extension, whatever. And I'm like, I would not let you do that to my hair because you went to a 6-hour class.
Yeah.
You can do more damage to me than good. So no, thank you.
But in Tucson, we do have people that, yeah, but my homie only does it for $40.
Well, I guess go see your homie then.
Yeah, it's a future cover up.
Okay, send him there, and then they'll come back to you to cover it up, right?
Well, a lot of it is taking pride in enough love for themselves to not do that. It's because that's really what it is. It boils down to loving yourself enough to not make stupid mistakes like that.
Well, yeah.
And sure, I'm learning like everybody else that sometimes those stupid mistakes don't show up for years, but
No, I can't say anything. I have one on my hands, so.
I've had a few.
That was a toothbrush tattoo gun.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah, that was prison style.
I was not in jail though. I was not in prison. I was not in jail.
Toothbrush, yeah, that's
Yeah.
straight up out
We
of
put it
prison
to-
style.
We
Huh?
put it together and we're like, hey, this might work. Guess what? It worked. I had a very deformed heart on my hand.
I was 14 when my brother had me do a stick and poke on him.
Okay. Alright. Is that when you decided you were going to do this?
No, it wasn't until about 98 when I decided that. By then I was in my late 20s. It was a career change.
Alright. I'm assuming you've always been able to draw, though.
Yeah, for the most part, I have always loved being an artist. My earliest influence was an aunt who she painted oil paint on like fine dressers and
Okay.
stuff like that, and just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And it was an inspiration. I tried painting when I was like 9, 10 years old, and it just, it came out so bad I hated it. So I stuck with drawing. And tattooing is nothing like drawing. There's some similarities, but I mean, the same similarities as painting.
Right.
The theory of your tone, the values, your contrast, separation of values to give depth. I mean, this is all
Right.
that's universal art there. That has nothing to do with just drawing by itself. And what's hard is like all this was drawn on an iPad through Procreate. So, and it's not a tattoo machine. So I'm sitting there going, okay, well, this would be better through here. And Procreate just does not give me the abilities that I can do with this.
Yeah.
Right.
27 years with this in my hand. It just, I see things, and this is going to be a lot better than it was on the paper.
That's cool.
Hopefully.
Okay. We'll see. I'm sure it will be, though. Like everything. Like it never looks the same on paper. Even when it is like drawn, you know what I mean? You hand draw it on paper and then put it on. It's never the same. And it's never the same on the same two people either.
No.
Everyone's skin obviously is like different.
It's like fingerprints, everybody's skin is different. That's another reason why I start off slow and then get a feel for somebody's skin. That's something else you can't teach somebody.
Nope.
Has to be developed, cultivated.
Fake skin stuff, though. You think that?
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
while I will give it this. It is kind of its own thing. And is it similar to skin? Yes and no. You could way over. You could work the rubber skin a lot harder than you can skin. Skin will fall apart. Skin will turn into hamburger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I think the fake skin stuff is really cool. And yeah, there are things that can be taught on it. It's a great augment to be able to show people how to pull lines, push lines, and for them to feel the machine and the weight of the machine in their hands and be able to get used to it. Yeah.
I think I just want to feel it more, but I think I ready to become numb to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, I was like, oh, it's so long since we've gotten a good tattoo, like any kind of detail at all into it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Just like that.
yeah, and I guess I bring back that. Oh, that's what this is. No,
Yeah. No.
no.
Either that or he's just that good.
It could be
He
that
might
good.
He might be that good though.
Don't jinx me.
And I'm like,
Alternative.
can't you make it hurt just a little bit more?
Well, I mean, if it doesn't meet your expectations of pain, just let me know and I'll be happy to accommodate. And I let everybody know that. If you don't. If you want more pain, I can dish it out, but it doesn't do anybody any good.
No, it's fine. I'll take it.
I've had a few that have been like, yeah, go ahead. It's like, of course I don't. They're like, no, seriously.
I mean, I feel like it shouldn't hurt, but should hurt. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Like this,
good.
yeah, there's a hurt that it should go, but then there's also a hurt where you're like, okay, like it shouldn't feel like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel right.
Feels like there should be more pain.
We've just been kind of, honestly, kind of just looking for something. So we moved, I don't know, 3 years.
Yeah.
July will be 3 years since we've been in Arizona.
Oh wow, where are you guys from?
New England, Rhode Island.
Okay, right on, back east.
Yep. So obviously, we grew up there, like born and raised that side. We had like our tattoo people out there, but we don't have a home. And when we did, we can't really afford to go do the whole trip and the tattoo.
Understandable on
You know.
that.
So we're like, oh, where do we go? Like, I want a big tattoo. She wants like a decent sized tattoo, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go somewhere and just have them tattoo my whole leg. That's like a lot of commitment for something, you know.
It is,
like
it
for
is.
a large piece. I'm like, so when we saw this, I was like, oh, that's like a decent tattoo. You know, it's gonna show a little bit of shading, a little bit of this. I was like, oh, I like it.
That's what I wanted. As an artist, what I love about it is, being able to create some of the stuff that's on here.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit of the sheets I'm on now already, so
Yeah.
I'm getting to do a lot of my stuff, this
Right.
little stuff, and honestly, for the last, golly, 12 years. It's scary to say because I worked for the Enchanted Dragon for 15 and a half years.
Okay.
And this is my 27th year tattooing. So, 12 years I've been doing custom work.
Okay.
Now mind you, it's not, some of it's along these lines.
Right.
But it's all been, very little has ever come off of this. So I'm really enjoying doing the small bits of flash for Friday the 13th. It's fun.
I feel like it's a good to like normally it's just plain old line work. Like a very small little, which I did hear them saying that people were requesting that, so they had to a sheet of just like basic, just plain.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, hey, I just want line work. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of pieces do that. I was like, I need something a little bit more. Like, I can look online, I can look at everyone's pictures and their tattoos and your work, and like, oh, I really like that. But I don't have anything right now that I would want that's small. It's like for something like this, I'm like, oh no, I would totally get that tattooed on me. I like the shading. But we were looking at some other ones on Instagram, but it's like, oh, okay. If I like this, you could see me again. See me again for a really big piece.
I appreciate that.
I'm just gonna finish this right here, but I can move on. If I keep this up, this arm will be full, and then I'll have to fill in all the spaces. That's something fun. Some fun, like, I don't know, colors or something.
Type of background.
Yeah. That's the goal. Like my leg doesn't have a theme, but it's got like a style. And on my arm, I don't really want it to have anything. I just want it to be full. If that makes sense, you know, like little pieces of me. My stupidity.
It's better than scars of stupidity.
Yeah.
Well, some of them might be covering some scars, so we're good.
So I'm going through my own mind and my own stupid ways. That's just like, well, sometimes it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, tattoos aren't stupid. At least I can bring them with me. But I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go. But our friend's like, I can't do the Friday the 13th tattoos. They don't match my theme that I have. And I was like, what do you mean? You have like a giant. What she have? She have some. No, Gabby has some. What does Hannah have on her throat? Oh, she
She got
like
a
a,
butterfly.
yeah, it's a giant butterfly that goes on her entire throat. You're not like a colorful butterfly. You can like go big, like shaded in. She's got all tattoos just like that, and then one arm is all Disney. I'm like, what theme are we going for here?
What is the theme you have? You can't get a Friday the 13th.
That's what I said. I was
Do it
like,
a Friday the 13th Disney. You know, just because you said it, the next Friday, I'm going to do some Disney stuff for November
See?
3rd. Friday, November 13th. That's the next Friday the
That's
13th.
awesome.
oh, we could take Kyla for her birthday a couple of weeks early
Yeah.
to get a Moana.
Yeah.
She would do that.
I don't see anything else, any other theme that would fit around that time, and it
November,
seems like a good
Disney.
Disney.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
people go to Disney for Christmas.
They do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, next Friday the 13th is November, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. We get hit with them all in the beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wait so long. I think it's the 18th. I just kind of clicked in for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're gonna live it on. I'm like, oh, I think first tattoo when you're 17. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
And we what, 10 days before her birthday?
50.
13, 28, yeah, 15.
Just want to make sure when it heals, everything's gonna heal like 30% wider.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's all nice, good when it's healed, and we're all pretty much done.
Sounds good. Now, do you prefer to do color or do you prefer dual shading? You have a
I
preference.
prefer both.
Okay.
Honestly, it depends on the context. I don't like doing black and gray with adding in tidbits of color.
Mm-hmm.
It's either let's do it full color, or if we're going to do black and gray, then generally doing a noir style, whether it's like crimson noir. There's using just a single color to contrast the black, but you want more black. Within that, you want more black work than gray washing.
Mm-hmm.
Little things like that. There's context. To where black and gray can work with color.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Jeff Gogier is probably one of the best people that comes to mind that does black and gray with color, but he does themed colors like warm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's nothing but warm. Red, oranges, yellows within that. And it's all compartmentalized. Whether it's leaves, with a phoenix bird that's done black and gray, but with oak leaves all around it, or maple leaves.
Yeah, because it's all black and gray, and then she's got a couple of very light blue feathers, but not like her big feathers, her little baby feathers, and then just like a few little blue, but they're like the lightest blue color.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very,
little stuff like that. That's exactly what you want to stay within.
Mm-hmm.
It's overpowering. Or I get a lot. I'll do a wolf. Hey, can you do the eyes this color? You're gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely gonna ruin it by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It just adding in the embellishments. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
if we're gonna do colored eyes, do a colored,
Yeah.
true black and grays, within the woof. That way it matches.
Hmm.
Right, exactly. I get that.
Let's see.
That looks good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's really
You
good.
look so happy. Now I really have to get a gnome in the
Ah,
garden.
Stupid video. I was hoping to do this. No.
No,
Here's the only one you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Oh.
one of the gnomes. Yeah. Just
Did anyone else do it, or
I haven't done it on anybody.
no?
I didn't know if anybody else did.
Did the pickle jar get done yesterday?
I don't know
I
no. I
heard-
thought what? Yeah,
I
I
heard
went.
that yesterday when we were leaving. That someone was saying something about a pickle jar getting done.
And I don't know what it is with the pickle jars, but
I don't know what it is with the pickle or the
Pickles.
teeth. I see
Oh,
teeth all the
yeah.
time when people do the flash.
what is it?
Teeth,
Teeth.
like
Like a
human
tooth.
teeth or a tooth. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to.
I don't know what it is.
Like I see it all the time for like flash tattoos. Something it'll be like a tooth, like a straight up tooth, like a molar.
Yeah.
And it's generally I mean that's kind of a brawling thing.
Oh.
Okay, I get it.
Brawlers.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
My
sense.
brother, he was missing his two front teeth. That happened when he
Okay.
was 17.
Yeah.
Black belt, but my brother still
So when you
kicked
get a
the guy's
tattoo
ass.
of a teeth though, tooth.
No, but every year we used to tease him. All I want for Christmas is
Oh
my
yeah, I get that.
No, but yeah, I mean after that it just I learned about the teeth. It
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay, let's
I guess
let a
yeah.
molar, generally because you either knock somebody else's out, you've had yours loosened or
Yeah.
knocked out.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's like,
that makes
alright.
sense, I guess. I'll give you a tanner now.
I just got to tear down here and get reset up.
Watch.
Oh.
Is it in the big bag? Maybe more than one time.
Huh?
Is there anyone that buys it? Is there
Yeah.
anyone that the garden one?
Yeah. Do I have time to run outside and smoke a cigarette? Real quick?
Absolutely.
Ooh. Thank you.
Well, here we go. Get all this cleaned up. You set up. Right. Ooh.
Oh. And he was like, no, it's not. He was like, yeah. And I was like, from our shop? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, Nikki? Because me and Kathy saw Nikki going on an interview, but she was in the schedule building. So we just assumed it was a scheduling position. And I was like, what? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, it's not her. And he was like, oh. And I was like, what about this? And he was like, you're missing one. And I was like, it's not. And he was like, oh yeah, we heard rumors. And I was like, dude, that can't be true. Not even a lead. But
Right.
that can't be true. It's not true. I asked Leo doesn't know who it is because Kurt is keeping it on the wraps. Like Jake doesn't even know who it is yet. Yeah. But yeah.
So on the tricep,
Yeah. Wherever it fits right there.
don't twist your arm here.
Go for
Turn
it.
it like this, and only have it like this. And it might be easier to just turn it a little bit. Let's see. A little bit. That way it's not so hard on the elbow. I'm gonna have you twist it just a little bit more like that
Alright.
when we get going. All right.
Cool.
Are you comfortable though?
Yeah.
How's your shoulder feel?
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want it to hurt anybody's shoulder.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
pizza anyways.
Yeah. It's no big deal. It moves in weird positions for work anyways.
Yeah, my shoulders don't do so well in that position. What about you guys out here?
Family in the weather.
Okay.
Yeah. Sick of being cold all the time.
You know, I just tattooed a bunch of people from Montreal,
Dude.
and all I mean, spoke very little English.
Yeah.
It just, but yeah, I mean, snowbirds.
Oh,
Obviously.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, you guys gonna move, or you just gonna keep going back and forth? Well, back and forth. All right. I'll have you stand up. Let your arm relax to your side, and I'll put it on. Oh, face that way, though.
Relax. My dad's hand, but it's good right now.
Oh yeah. Before you move, I want to get a picture of it so you can see it like this when somebody's looking at it from back here.
Cool.
And then I'll have you check it out in a minute. Oh. Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Yep.
You want to check it out in the mirror?
I don't even need to look.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Here.
But yeah, so how does it work? Oh, the compressor.
Yeah.
Move this just a little bit forward, just so you.
I was going to practice like girl.
Uh,
Yeah, that one was too funny.
that's actually not bad.
No?
No.
15 will
Because it
work.
was 16. 20 gallon? Oh, yeah. And I think Dad said the 10 or the 16 gallon was 250 at was it great maybe? I thought it was 10.
You take candy. I didn't bring it up. Did I?
But yeah, Dad said I think he actually might have said it was the 10. That was like 250. So 220 for the 20
Yeah.
isn't bad at all.
And that's the tall one.
It's like half a Saturday.
And tomorrow morning I told her I would stay in the morning. And then she would have sitting in this bed and doing something else.
Okay, how early Sunday morning are you skiing in?
Oh, I guess I'll just be Sunday afternoon because you'll sleep till 12 o'clock.
I'm not sleeping until 12 on the bed.
No, no, remember you get up.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there was a time limit when you were waking up or
Well, earlier would be better. It'll be hot out, so wearing the shoes.
yeah, till tomorrow today. But then it'll pick back up
In
Monday.
fact, from Thursday morning to, oh yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, but then it'll pick back up Monday. This was it Wednesday, I think it's supposed to hit.
I don't
a
understand how
couple
we're
days.
heat. I don't think we eat 5. Yeah, we're only 85.
Yeah.
I don't know that heat maybe. Friday's supposed to be 100.
Mm.
Already.
But it, very excited. But yeah, no, I have to do the shade. I have to finish. I need to help me go the greenhouse.
Oh, okay.
And then I have to put the outside.
Alright.
And there's way less things to flip it to connect it to the other side.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Where did the garden side, that's it, flipping it to all these pieces.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of like holding through.
Yeah, well, I ran on to the picture of shoot it over here. And I pull it just enough to reach. And I put that. And then I go over the other side, I pull it. I was like, yeah, I got too much in there. Well, then I just keep it back. I take this corner and stretch it to where
Oh, yeah.
but it's not straight at all, but the couple of them.
See, that's when you need more than that.
More than one person
Yeah.
would have been fine too.
That's what I do at work. I'll set up like 4 different ladders so I don't have to keep moving.
Makes
Because
sense.
I'm short.
Even just the step stool, the 3-step,
Oh,
2-step, and the ladder.
Yeah.
Just put the where you drum all the other parts of that work there.
Mm-hmm.
What did I find too? Just doing it one person.
Yeah.
That's all. And I don't like the circle hose.
Not short. Everybody else's center of gravity challenge.
I'm like, I'm trying to put something out that's like, I'm trying to like 8 feet, 9 feet up in the air. Yeah, I felt pretty short.
Most people are pretty that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need to get circulation back to your hand or anything like that, let me know.
Okay.
It will take a minute or two.
Yeah, no, I should be fine.
Yeah. Top of the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to like put in there and come back down to the ground. That's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
go straight across to build the
Yeah. That makes more sense to do it that way.
and that makes the other one.
Yeah.
Love this old school stuff too.
Yeah.
Traditional style. I believe this is Dooley's drawing. The owner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean that's what he's specialized in, even through his apprenticeship. His traditional style tattoo.
That's cool. I'm more traditional. Right? When
Years ago, I got to visit Elm Street Tattoo in Dallas, Oliver Peck's place. And I'd taken my portfolio and everything else. I got to talk with some of the artists, and they all had to sign lifetime contracts.
No way.
For doing strictly traditional style tattoo.
That's cool.
And he was not hurting for artists or board.
Oh.
I wasn't the only artist that was stopping by just
Yeah.
checking it out. I was just like, oh. And not that I was looking to get a job there. It just, like I had never really got to network with other artists. The company I used to work for, you talk to somebody from another shop, well, you can go freaking work for them.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, no, highly competitive.
Yeah.
Spying was huge. Even getting somebody who has malicious intent towards that business and ruining that business's name. Oh yeah, that's very real stuff. I had gotten into it. I had my apprenticeship in 1999.
Yeah.
And even then, it was just coming out of the outlaw biker phase, where even the apprenticeships, I was very blessed that nobody ever treated me like I was a prospect.
Yeah.
And but that was very much the mentality of how apprenticeships went. Because you were treated like you were prospecting for a patch.
Yeah.
And it just It's like, well, no, not really. It's or your rock or whatever you want to call it. It was changing. It was changing
Yeah.
because that wasn't always the most beneficial way to promote the art.
Mm-hmm.
It suppressed a lot of artists. I know a lot of artists that just couldn't handle the apprenticeship,
Yeah.
even the way it was back then, and would drop out.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it just some people ain't meant for the industry too. It was a rough industry. And I've seen a few people leave without teeth. And that's another reason why I know what that molar is. It's just like, yeah, all right. I was talking to a guy earlier that was he's from back east also, and he talked about, riding everything else. And he brought up a couple 1%, Pats. I won't mention their names here. That somebody had broken into their clubhouse.
Ooh.
I was just like, wow. Who's that idiot?
Yeah, right. That's like a death sentence.
Yeah, especially with those 1%ers. They're just like, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, back east we're pretty heavily populated with clubs. Even, I mean, the tiny state that we were in, we had a headquarters down there. Most of the guys that I had met, though, very nice. I mean,
very respectful.
I would assume, up until you cross them. But I worked at a pizza joint back home, and one of our regulars was Angel, and he was real cool. He invited the whole store to one of the rides, and we got to go down and watch the guys ride.
Okay.
The charity stuff, and I remember seeing them Black Friday. They were the first ones in line for Toys for Tots and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, there's some mighty fine people that are 81.
Oh yeah, but I would never cross them.
Yeah, it's kind of a common sense. I mean, most people. I mean, but I guess there's some people that think it's okay to break into their clubhouse.
I feel like some people don't have common sense.
But then again, the gentleman that I had my apprenticeship structured after, Peter Polos. He formed the Peter Tattoo Association, and he has a curriculum that's still used today that is recognized by many states for voc rehab for many different outlets in life for people, including vets.
Yeah.
We had vets coming through that their VA benefits paid for it.
Oh yeah.
Their apprenticeship, and it's just like,
cool.
Yeah. And and other people, getting their life together for other reasons. They either made a mistake or just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and ended up paying that time. And some people just don't want to give people a second opportunity, a second chance in life, and it makes it hard. So tattooing is kind of an appeal direction for me. And yeah, a lot of them do have life-changing experiences tattooing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, on my live feed, I put Saturday the 14th tattoo session. If you know, you know. When I grew up, there was a movie that came out called Saturday the 14th, which was worse than Friday the 13th. I mean, it's a total parody.
Of course.
think the creature from the Blue Lagoon was in there, or the Black Lagoon. Well, there was the Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon was, yeah, I think that was Brooke Shields, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel so old now. Thank you. So you guys already been through a couple monsoons.
Yeah, the first year we were here, it was a good monsoon.
It was like more of a single one.
Yeah, last year we didn't get much.
Yeah, we really didn't get any rain this past one.
I'm hoping this year, because of that mild winter,
Oh
we
yeah.
get some good stuff. I lived here back in the day, back in '97.
Okay.
My dad was stationed over at DM, and I was, they had never come out here, and I remember telling them stories about ditches and how they flood and all this stuff we did as kids in like the monsoon season. And we get out here and they were like,
What are you talking about?
"Where is this monsoon you're talking about?" And I was like, "Well, now I feel dumb."
Well, shoot. When I moved to Arizona in '86, and I lived in Coolidge. You know, and I was a country boy. I moved here from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
I lived on a farm,
Yeah.
and I lived in the city too. But just kind of those last few years out there. So we was used to running the lake that literally lived on Lake Texoma. It just hop, skip, and a jump, less than a quarter
Cool.
mile from one of the finest beaches that they have now closed off to the general public.
Really?
And yeah, made it an exclusive area. And we ran those woods. Me and my cousins, yeah, we ran those woods. But within that, I forgot my whole point. I got way back. Oh yeah. So you come here to Arizona, and I mean, we're looking for water fun, and just the lakes ain't doing it for us here.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is a lake?
Yeah.
This is a pond. So we found speed canals, and so we started taking boards out. Just little, skateboard sized piece of plywood. And,
Yeah.
we'd go out and we'd go hit these speed canals. And finally, they started putting these shockers in it to where you couldn't do it anymore.
Wow.
Because we were spending so much time doing it.
Yeah.
Having so much fun. And other people were getting into it. But they, most people from Arizona don't know how to swim well. So
No, they do
I guess
not.
a few people died doing it. And so they started preventing people from doing it.
Of course.
And but we kind of started that thing.
Yeah.
And it just, me and my brother, it just, that's some fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, and I always thought about that with the floods. Be like, that'd be like the ultimate rush, almost like Point Break stuff.
No, absolutely.
Man, caught that wave. It killed me, but hey.
I looked cool while it was happening.
Like Smitty used to say, his chicks dig it. Yeah, I don't think he made it past 22, 23 years of age.
What made you guys move out here from?
My mom was out here
Oh, okay.
in Tucson. I also play music, and I gotten in with this Latin band up here in Tucson, playing bass. I was like 16, and all these people were like seasoned musicians.
Mhm.
Give you a little bit of background. Yeah, but my mom dated people like Chuck Negron from Three Dog Night.
No way.
Yeah, Merle Fankhauser, the guy who wrote Wipeout.
Wow.
Yeah, that actually Merle. That's one of my dad's best friends. Still, you can go on my dad's page and
Ooh.
find Merle pretty easily. Even commenting on my dad's stuff all the time. Just like wow. So my dad grew up on the surf scene. My mom grew up in just right there in California, right in the surf scene too. She was more of a hippie though, which my dad was more of a cowboy. So I really
Okay.
don't get how they.
Yeah, that's two complete opposites, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
but I get to go back to where both sides of my family have generations going back to Royal Grande, California, and Clark. I mean, there's even an avenue named after my family's surname,
that's
the
cool.
Clarks. And it's rumored. I don't know how true it is. My sister says that it's because it dates all the way back to the Lewis and Clark that we have our family dates back.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to follow that, so I can't confirm.
Oh, okay.
But I know we are related to the Clarks, and from that. Now the Clarks, man, they had developed the major dike that's out there in Morro Bay. Matter of fact, in Morro Bay, they have the 3 stacks, smokestacks that are Simpsons based the nuclear smokestacks off of. Yeah, that's just north of Arroyo Grande in Morro Bay.
Ooh.
I love going there and just running around, just hitting the beaches. I'll go back actually right now. Love to go have a mini vacation there. See my uncle and my cousins. The beach. Love the beach. California wasn't so dang expensive.
Oh, man. It's bad out there right now too.
Over $8 a gallon. California can only legally buy from 3 places in the world their gasoline. China, India, and there's one other country I don't quite remember, because they have a special formula. They can't just buy any old gas.
Because of like all the emissions.
Yeah, they have laws that have been passed that they have to buy a specific blend of gasoline.
Yeah.
And that's to the detriment of wanting to pay more money. And there's a term in the past week I heard that I've never heard before, and I had to look up: inflationary resupply shock. That is what we're about to experience.
Yeah,
and it's not going to be nice. Yeah, everything's going to go up another 30 to 40%.
Yeah, and this is how economies fail.
Yeah. Oh, it's done by design. We can never pay off the debt.
Oh, never.
Have you seen the debt clock?
I haven't seen it recently, but I have heard that it since the 28th, so 14 days.
Oh, it's been longer than that for me.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last 14 days, it has gone up.
And the whole system is set up to where it has to have this bubble so high, that it's just gonna collapse.
Yeah.
And it's done by design. They these bankers and stuff, the generations of them passing knowledge down to each other of how to control things. Do you know who the first country in the world was who outlawed slavery? It is also one of the poorest countries in the world.
What is that?
Haiti.
Really?
They outlawed They went against France.
Yeah.
It was Tucson.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if I'm hacking his name up, but he was a slave who rebelled, and in a most unique way, that he convinced the plantation owners that, hey, we should all just work together and we all make a buck here.
Yeah.
So that's what they all started doing, and everybody prospered. Well, Napoleon had an issue with that.
Of course.
But he could get the island back. It just they knew the island so well that they could get it back. So Napoleon tricked them and said, okay, well, let's have a parlay and see what we can work out. And yeah, so he showed, Toussaint showed up to the parlay, and they arrested him immediately. He went to some prison up in the mountains in France and was never heard of again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, wow. And he was truly one of the pioneers of freedom.
Wow.
Of modern freedom, anyways. Yeah, that's just crazy. That broke my heart to read that. It's just like, what? He died alone in a prison cell.
Yeah.
Probably underfed, malnourished, everything else, because he handed Napoleon his greatest defeat.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it just and he couldn't get it back. So it was humiliating to him. Which is funny because of the whole French Revolution claimed that, oh, well, that's the start of freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, well, wasn't that part of that? And I agree, there was a movement in France that definitely, was a proponent within all that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even Benjamin Franklin, just a lot of the founding fathers wanted that already incorporated into, everything, the freedom, the freeing of slaves. There were so many that wanted it. And fearing England was going to come back with more troops, they knew that they had to get the Declaration of Independence out.
Yeah.
I'm not defending it, but it's just, that was the stresses on them back then weren't the same as what we feel today. And it just they had some hard decisions to make. I love history.
I do too.
Yeah, but old Benny Franklin, he became a politician pretty quick. He ended up with syphilis from spending the time in the whorehouses in France. He enjoyed it.
A little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy to look back at, how long ago that was, and you think times have changed, and they have to an extent, but
technology.
Yeah.
That's it. Technology has changed. Our actions haven't changed.
No.
We still have the same fears, the same, insecurities that our ancestors had.
Yeah.
And it's just, and it's going to repeat itself. Those we can't get rid of.
No.
But what we can do is we can create stronger communities to where, we can help those in need.
Yeah, make better choices.
Yeah.
Empathy. That's a big one.
Empathy.
Not a lot of people have it nowadays.
No, and it's about what can I get out of it.
Exactly. Nobody does anything just for the sake of doing it. There's always a hidden agenda.
Yeah, that's always been my problem is I've looked for the ultra-truistic movements, and I'm a part of a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
People whose hearts are pure in what they're doing and helping the community. And that's why I love doing the stuff I do outside of here.
Yeah.
The one for that. I couldn't convince, I just couldn't make money off of this community.
Yeah.
You know, it's because it is kind of, you know, within that realm of, you know, this is my home.
Hmm.
You know, I have some pride in it, you know, within the realm of, okay, well, we have a house, we have on the home, you know, unhoused people living out there, the homeless,
Hmm.
drug addicts,
Yeah.
you know, and one of the guys that I've worked with for many years is his associate producer, John McClain from the Veteran Rescue Mission. Um, he this past Tuesday, I think it was Wednesday. No, he had an interview in some of the tunnels. You know, there's homeless that live
Oh,
in the
yes.
tunnels and stuff like that.
Yep.
Um, you know, and he's been very familiar with many of them. He goes down and does, you know, outreach work, gets people hygiene packets, stuff like that. You know, just see if there's anybody ready to come off the street. If they are, you know, it's get them off the street. Let's get them set up. You know, all right, you know, you're ready. And there's over 1,000. He's gotten people off the street.
Wow.
Not just vets. Not just vets.
Just people in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people in general. And why? Because that's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
You know, set aside politics, set aside, you know, all of that. You know, it just, and this is where I say, you know, it just, some things have it so far wrong and blind to the truth of, you know, we're all human.
Yeah.
If we break it down to that in itself, I'm human, you're human, everybody else, you know, that's looks like us, has the form.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're human. So why can't they be treated
Like humans. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just it. I mean, throughout history, it was those who got dehumanized that were easy to kill. You know, the enemy. Oh yeah, you know, it's a different ball game when you know somebody's out to kill you. You know, they're firing at you, you're firing at them. But to know them first, then that makes it a little more difficult. And you know, the advent of the internet, television, and all that. I mean, Vietnam was probably the first real war that was brought into people's living rooms.
Yes. Yeah, because that's when they. I mean, that was also, you know, the time where the television had started getting real popular in all of the houses. You know, you had more regular radio transmissions that people listened to the news on the radio and they started reporting from over there. Whereas, like, you got like World War One, you know what I mean? That was so long ago that nobody knew anything about that. They had no idea what was going on until it was over. And even World War II was.
World
Sorry.
World War II, it was such a unique thing because it everything, you know, the silver screen, all that had come out, and people were quoting their favorite actor.
Yeah.
And the potential that was seen in being able to program and use it as propaganda.
Yes.
You know, it just at the beginning of World War II, it was done pretty. It was done in such a fashion that it brought this nation together in such a fashion that people just they were drew together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, look at.
And I believe it's being used now.
Yeah.
To divide us.
It is. Oh my God, the way that this world is divided right now. You know, like you look back at, like everybody talks about 9/11. You know, what a terrible day it was. But look at 9/12. Everybody was together now. You know, everybody was out helping look for people that were missing. They were helping cleaning up, you know, everything that happened downtown, and everybody forgets that. And that's the worst part about it.
You know, it's, yeah. I'm doing a television show right now as the executive producer. One of the people, that's in the interview, she lost her husband the day before January 6th, 2020, to a terrorist attack in Montevideo.
No.
And it just, so while all of us were bickering, she had lost her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter had lost her dad.
Yeah.
And it just really hits home for me on an everyday basis of, you know, we never know when that last breath is taken.
Yeah.
You know, for
It
the
happens
people that
so
are around
quick.
us, or even ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just in the crazy thing, you know, she's a beautiful woman, beautiful, and guys always hitting on her. It just, but she's still so in love with him.
Yeah.
For the sake of his daughter,
Yeah.
he'll be a fucking superhero.
Oh yeah.
Her whole life.
Yeah.
And while my heart mourns for her that she doesn't have her dad, but the image that she has of her dad, I rejoice in that.
Oh yeah.
It will never be tainted.
Yeah.
Right.
It will never be tainted. You know, I mean, he sacrificed for this country. You know, it just, and you know, it just, but you know, within that, it's just, yeah. You know, we don't realize, you know, the value of somebody until they're gone. You know, until, you know, whether it's a group of people, whether it's you know, bringing different ideas, you know, different cultures. You know, I mean, this country's always been a melting pot of cultures.
Yes, that's what it was
Always,
built on.
always,
It was
always.
literally built on that.
But we're being told different.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're being told different. We're being sold different. When I grew up, I didn't care if somebody, you want to hang out with it? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I feel we're more racist today than we were back in the 80s.
I agree with that.
And it's done by design.
Yeah.
It has been done by design.
Yeah.
And it's just, and it's sad. It's sad
It
because
is.
nowhere else in the world will you fill out a government form that asks you your race. You know, just earlier, my stepdad and I were talking about this basketball player that was from Germany. And he talked about him. I was like, oh, was he white? Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, because my ex-wife was from Germany. It don't matter what color you are. You're born there. You're German.
Yeah, you're German. You're German.
You know, and everywhere else I've gone, Africa, you're born there. You know, I've met this white kid.
Yeah.
You know, Nina Jifunza Kiswahili. I speak a little bit of Swahili. But this kid, he was brought up there, raised white as us.
Yeah.
Spoke it so fluently that unless somebody native turned around and looked at him and was like, oh, you're a Mzungu. You know, it just, they thought it was a native.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, so, but he was treated as such also because, you know, he was born there.
Yeah.
You know, it just, he's a native.
That's what, yeah.
You know, he Tanzanian. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, wow. You know, yeah. So it's, in this country, we divide ourselves by race. Yeah. And we still do.
Yeah.
And we're the only country in the world that does that.
Yeah. It'll never stop.
No.
It won't.
I have hope.
I
will always have that hope. I'm sorry. I will.
Sure
I will.
We'll be around to see it.
Yeah. No. I agree with that. I agree with that. We may end up destroying ourselves first.
Yeah.
But this is where I have my other hope.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that you know there is something more than just this.
Yeah.
But wow.
You get the money, babe.
I get the money.
Sounds like
Man, this was so quick. We didn't really get a visit. My card.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm on Instagram also.
Okay.
Most of my portfolio is on Instagram.
Okay.
And I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
We appreciate you for
I
getting us
love the
back in tonight.
conversation.
Oh man. You know, just have any questions on tattoos, let me know.
All right.
Love to.
Awesome.
Sounds cool,
It
yeah.
was very great meeting you.
Nice meeting you guys.
you.
Y'all have a good one. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you. I'm gonna get home. Yeah. That is dirty.
All right. Appreciate y'all for watching. If there's anybody left, I think everybody already signed off. No, 2 watching. Okay, well, I am signing off. Appreciate y'all.